Forecast enrichment is a critical part of the planning workflow, where planners apply business context and decision-making to improve forecast outcomes. In True Gradient, enrichment can be performed through multiple flexible workflows depending on planning style and business requirements. In this section, we will explore the most commonly used approaches by planners to enrich forecasts. One of the most familiar ways to enrich forecasts is through direct planner table editing. Here, planners can review forecast values directly within the planning grid alongside supporting business metrics and planning signals. Forecast values can be directly selected and edited at the SKU and time period level, allowing planners to make precise adjustments based on market knowledge, promotions, operational inputs, or expected demand changes. This workflow supports granular control, where each value can be individually reviewed and modified without leaving the planning table. Changes are immediately reflected within the active planning workspace. Planners can also review associated context and business signals while editing, helping ensure that forecast adjustments remain aligned with broader planning assumptions and operational realities. Direct planner editing provides a flexible and familiar spreadsheet-style experience, making it easy to perform detailed forecast refinement across products, locations, and planning periods. Another powerful method of forecast enrichment is direct quantity uplift or downlift using the enrichment panel. This workflow enables planners to apply controlled forecast adjustments through a structured and traceable process. Within the enrichment panel, planners can configure the adjustment by selecting the enrichment type, defining effective dates, and specifying the business scope where the change should apply. Adjustments can be applied using any of the enrichment methods, enabling planners to increase or decrease forecast quantities based on expected business events or planning decisions. Planners can also document the business rationale behind the adjustment by adding enrichment details and comments, helping preserve planning intent and improving decision traceability across teams. Once applied, the enrichment is immediately reflected within the forecast graph, allowing planners to visually validate the impact of the uplift or downlift and compare enriched values against the original forecast. Another powerful method of forecast enrichment is through Excel export and re-upload. Within the enrichment process, planners can export the current working forecast into an Excel sheet for offline review and editing. This workflow is especially useful when planners want to perform bulk changes, collaborate with teams, or work through larger datasets using familiar spreadsheet tools. To begin, simply export the current forecast data. The downloaded file contains the forecast along with all the required identifiers and planning fields needed for enrichment. This ensures that any updates made externally can later be accurately mapped back into the planning environment. Once the file is downloaded, planners can open it directly in Excel and begin making adjustments. Here, forecast values can be reviewed and modified at scale. This may include increasing or decreasing quantities, updating selected periods, or applying planner-driven business adjustments across multiple SKUs simultaneously. Because the data is now available in spreadsheet format, planners can leverage Excel's native capabilities such as copy-paste, formulas, filtering, and bulk editing. This makes the process highly flexible and particularly useful when dealing with large volumes of changes. Teams may also use this exported file as part of their internal collaboration workflows before finalizing updates. After completing the required modifications, simply save the updated file. The changes are now ready to be brought back into True Gradient. To re-import the changes, select Upload and choose the updated Excel file. True Gradient automatically validates the uploaded data structure and checks whether the file matches the required planning format. Once uploaded, the system scans the file and identifies any modified forecast values. Rather than directly applying changes, True Gradient first performs a controlled comparison between the uploaded file and the current forecast. This approval layer ensures full visibility and prevents accidental updates from being applied. After reviewing the detected edits, planners can approve the selected changes. Once approved, The uploaded modifications are applied directly into the enriched forecast. This export, modify, re-upload workflow provides a familiar and scalable way to enrich forecasts using Excel, while still maintaining the control, validation, and traceability of the TrueGradient planning platform. Along with traditional table-based enrichment, TrueGradient also enables direct graph-based enrichment, allowing planners to adjust forecasts visually and intuitively. To begin, switch on editing mode and select the section of the forecast you want to enrich. You can define a range by selecting the start point and then extending or resizing it across multiple periods. Once the desired range is selected, simply apply the uplift or adjustment. These graph changes are immediately reflected on the forecast, allowing planners to review the impact visually before finalizing decisions. For faster workflows, graph enrichment supports multiple editing shortcuts and interaction modes. Depending on the use case, planners can adjust individual nodes, modify a selected range, or apply different enrichment behaviors directly from the graph controls. As changes are made, TrueGradient maintains a clear distinction between the original forecast and the enriched version, making it easy to compare before and after scenarios. Every graph enrichment action is automatically recorded within the enrichment history and enriched plan details. This creates a fully traceable planning workflow, where teams can review what changed, where the enrichment was applied, and how decisions evolved over time. With graph-based enrichment, planners move from manual spreadsheet-style editing to a faster, more visual, and fully auditable planning process.